Hi everyone, I am Amir and today I will be guiding you through the step-by-step process of planning an international trip on your own. Whether you are traveling for work, studying abroad, or just heading off on vacation, exploring new places is exciting, but it can also feel a bit overwhelming if you are handling everything yourself. This guide is perfect for those of whom you prefer to take control of your trip details. Why? Because it's not always easy to explain to someone else what kind of accommodations you like, which sites you want to prioritize, your budget, or even your food preferences. So many things can go wrong if someone else is planning your trip, right? That's why I will be sharing essential tips to help you organize a smooth, hassle free journey. Before we dive in, don't forget to check out my webpage at amir2002.wordpress.com for more tips like these and leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. Let's get started. The first step is choosing your destination. If you are traveling for work, studying abroad, that decision is already made for you. But when you are planning a vacation, think about what you want from the trip: adventure, relaxation, culture, or maybe a mix of all three. Once you have chosen a country, make sure to research the best times to visit, visa requirements, and whether it fits within your budget. Need some ideas? I have a bucket list of travel suggestions. Feel free to ask in the comments and I would be happy to share. For summer travel, destinations like Europe or North America are ideal, while Southeast Asia, Australia, or India are great options for winter getaways. To help decide, check out 4K travel vlogs on YouTube. They are a fantastic way to get inspired. You can also explore guides on Lonely Planet and TripAdvisor to make your final choice. Next up is setting your budget. Make sure to include all key elements: flights, accommodation, food, local transport, and activities. If you know someone who has recently visited the same country, get first hand advice on the general daily costs you can expect. While air tickets, visas, and activity fees are generally fixed, your budget can vary significantly based on your choice of accommodation, dining preferences, and local transportation. If a visa is required for your destination, check the current processing times, which are usually available on official visa application websites. For some countries, like those in Europe, you will need to book your flights and accommodation in advance before applying for a visa. Be prepared to provide details about where you plan to stay and your estimated budget in your visa application. So it's important to have a clear idea of your costs early on. Also, be sure to set aside some extra funds for unexpected expenses or emergencies. Next is booking flights and hotels. For this, tools like Skyscanner, Google Flights, Expedia, and Booking.com are incredibly useful. Booking.com often offers free cancellation options and allows you to reserve without upfront payments, which is helpful if your travel plans change unexpectedly. Creating an itinerary in advance helps you make the most of your time abroad. Research the must visit spots but also leave some room for spontaneous adventures. Use Google Maps to pin key locations and be mindful of opening hours, local holidays, and tour availability. If you are planning overnight trips to nearby locations, make sure to check hotel check in times and your travel schedule carefully to avoid any inconveniences. In many popular tourist destinations, local sightseeing tours are available. Look into whether these tours fit your schedule. They can save you a lot of hassle, especially if it's your first time visiting. These tours are often economical, time efficient, and offer the added bonus of enjoying the experience with fellow travelers. Once you have your visa sorted out, it's time to book your flights and accommodation. Be sure to compare prices across multiple platforms and read reviews before making any decisions. Checking reviews is crucial. Never book a hotel without looking into what previous guests have to say. Consider your preferences, whether you would like hostels, or Airbnb based on your style and budget. If you are traveling with a group, Airbnb can be a comfortable and economical choice, offering kitchens, living rooms, and common areas that hotels typically don't provide. Another important factor to consider is the proximity of your accommodation to the city center or local transport stations. Staying within walking distance of a train station or the city center can significantly reduce your commuting costs and time. When visiting a country for 1 or 2 weeks, time is of the essence. For flights, aim to book 2 to 3 months in advance to secure the best deals. If you are taking a connecting flight, pay attention to the layover duration, all the transit airports, and your expected arrival time at your destination. A layover of less than 2 hours can be sure short recipes to stress and potentially missing the connecting flights. Additionally, if your flight lands late at night or after midnight, you may find yourself in uncomfortable situations. While your departure time can vary, try to choose flights that land during the day or early evening. This makes it easier to navigate local transport to your accommodations safely after a long journey. In many locations, you can also book airport transfers in advance. Next is travel documents. Make sure all your travel documents are in order. Your passport should be valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel dates. And don't forget to get travel insurance. It's one of the most important aspects of planning. Travel insurance covers health emergencies, lost luggage, and flight cancellations. Be sure to carefully read the policy to understand exactly what is covered and what isn't, as medical expenses abroad can be very costly. You can use online tools to compare travel insurance options tailored to your needs. While traveling abroad, it's also important to consider the possibility of losing important documents like your passport. Though it's not common, it's always better to be prepared. Make digital copies of your passport, visa, air tickets, hotel bookings, and any local activities you have arranged. Email these copies to yourself and leave a set with someone back home who can assist you in case of an emergency. Okay, now that the trip is just around the corner, it's time to start packing. Pack according to your destination's weather and the activities you will be doing. Make a checklist to avoid any last minute panic. My top packing essentials include regular medicines, antacids, and electrolyte sachets. Many medicines aren't available over the counter abroad without local prescription, so it's best to be prepared. Jet lag and lack of sleep can trigger headaches or acidity, so bringing what works for you is key. Don't forget essentials like adapters, chargers, and toiletries. Keep your carry-on light, but pack everything you will need for the first 24 hours of your trip. Sometimes luggage can get misplaced during flight connections, so having a change of clothes in your carry-on is a lifesaver. Also, make sure to bring power adapters that match the socket type of your destination. It's a small thing, but you don't want to end up with a dead phone and the wrong plug. Finally, check with your phone company about international prepaid plans. They are usually more affordable and predictable than leaving your phone on open-ended international roaming. The final step is getting a multi-currency forex card. Based on your budget, I highly recommend carrying most of your foreign currency on a prepaid forex card with only a small amount in cash. This reduces the risk of losing cash or being pickpocketed, while using credit cards is an option. Be aware that many credit card companies charge hefty fees for currency conversion. Before you go, download essential apps for navigation, language translation, currency conversion, and local emergency contacts. Stay informed about your destination's local news and any travel advisories. Also, decide how you will stay connected, whether through a local SIM card or an international roaming plan. Lastly, I suggest watching 4K travel vlogs on YouTube for your destination. These can provide useful tips for local sightseeing and help get you ready and excited for the adventure. And that's it. Follow these steps and you will be all set for an unforgettable trip. Planning everything yourself ensures that your journey is personalized to your preferences, making it even more enjoyable. Remember, the best part of your travel is the experience, so stay open to new adventures along the way. I hope this guide helps you feel confident and excited for your next trip. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And for even more travel tips, check out my webpage at ameyo2002.wordpress.com. Safe travels!